Is there one comedian that I can say inspires me? I can't say one. No, I cannot say one. But I can say that the names aren't commonly heard from other comedians. Like other comedians, you might hear names like Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, etc., etc. But for me, my inspiration comes from my Philadelphia comedy family. Because I've never been a guy who kind of like looked up to celebrities, mainly because 9 times out of 10, I don't know these celebrities. So for me, there's no connection there. There's no story. I don't personally know anything they've been through. So I can't really draw, influence from them. Philadelphia based comedians are guys that I've been through the trenches with. We have been through struggles. I've seen them go from point A to point B, and then I know the path they took to get from point A to point B. So names like Kevin Hart, uh, Ray Gordon, Naeem Lynn, Will Spank Horton, Denny Live, Tommy Too Smooth, Richie Retton, Derek Gaines. And the list can probably go on and on, but these are just names of guys that have definitely been inspiration. Because I know the path they took. I've seen it firsthand. I know the struggle. You know what I mean? Like, Spank, man. I remember going on the road with him doing shows and doing crab feasts and ski trips, shows that you never want to do as a comedian. Teray showing me how to be a businessman, and a comedian, showing me how to produce a show, run it properly, promote it properly. Naeem Lynn being a, straight up dude, man. He give it to you, no chaser. He always gonna keep it real with you, regardless if you're funny, if you're not, if you're doing somebody else's joke. He gonna tell you with no remorse. Kev, man, if Kev has definitely been somebody who I've drawn a lot of inspiration from. Even earlier on, when I remember when I first was starting out, he took me on a college tour, and we did, I think it was like 4 different cities in like 4 days, but we went from like Philadelphia to Boston, back to Philadelphia, Philadelphia to Virginia, back to Philadelphia, Philadelphia to Connecticut, back to Philadelphia. And I'm like, why are we driving back and forth all night? And to come to find out, he was coming back to Philadelphia every time after the show to be with his mother because his mother was sick. Like, bruh, I mean, if that ain't inspire you, nigga, what else will? You know what I mean? Derek, that's my boy. It's just, I remember when we used to be in a comedy club by ourselves for hours, telling each other's jokes, working on our jokes. You know, that that type of hustle in the beginning on. How can you not be inspired by that? So for me, man, to be inspired, I need a connection with you. I needed to be, some type of story that, I can take from and apply it into, my daily routine, the things I go through. So for me, man, inspiration comes from home. Philly. It don't come from, somebody that I've never met. Not to saying I might not meet these guys, but I haven't met these guys to, you know, have a story with it. So if you want to ask Lawrence Killebrew who inspires him, I'm gonna tell you it's Philadelphia. All the comedians from Philadelphia inspire me to be greater, to be better. You know. So at the end of the day, I'm a Philly boy, and I love my city, and I love the comedians even more because these are the guys that help mold me, teach me, show me what it is to be a stand-up comedian. and I'm proud to say I'm from Philadelphia.